Okay, let's talk about part D. So let's look at this program and see what it does. So basically, first of all, declare the first input and second input. So basically, it has two inputs, okay, two variables, and then ask the user to enter two values, and then to assign them to these two to the two double variables that we have declared just now. And then depending on what is the value of these two, it will print certain objects. So if the division of these two is less than this, it will jump inside here. Then if it's less than 32, it will print paper. If it's larger than 45.8, then it will print ruler, else it will print pencil. Okay, so this is the first block. So what happens if the division is larger than 19.2? It will jump to the else, and it will run the code inside this block. Okay, so on and so forth. So um, so there are certain things that can be improved in this program. First of all, I think you have noticed that the logic is really messy, because the purpose of the program is to print out something depending on the value here. So why not we make some if statements to arrange these values increasingly. For example, if it's less than if it's less than 32.2, print out something. Else, if it's less than 45.8, for example, then print out something else. Okay, so why don't we just do it in sequential order, but we do it in this complex code? Okay, so that's the first thing. The logic, the order is not clear. The second thing I want to highlight is, you notice that every time it compares the value, it will compute it again and again. So this is repetition. So it's repeating itself. It's doing unnecessary computation. Why don't we just do it once and assign the value to a new variable? So from then on, we can use that variable's value to compare. That's a lot easier. We don't have to do the computation every time. If the computation is very complex, our program will be very slow. Let's see how this program can be corrected. Yeah. So as I've said just now, right? So first of all, in line 11, we divide the two numbers once, only once, and we assign it to a variable named ratio, which is a reasonably well named variable. Okay, then I'll print the ratio, of course, for checking, and then I will check the ratio's interval, and if it's less than 32, I'll print paper. Less than 45, print paper, pencil, ruler, eraser, and unknown. Okay, you see, we do it sequentially. So it's like we arrange the numbers in increasing order so that the logic flow is very clear. And also, you'll notice that we have changed the variable names. Basically, the first input and the second input are too long and it doesn't make any sense. We just name it to num1 and num2. And also, you see the comment here? Declare the first input and second input. Ask the user to enter two values. These commands are redundant because they doesn't make sense. They are explaining things, but the line here are self-explanatory. See, this is declaration, so you don't have to repeat it in your command. So these commands are not, it doesn't make sense. So we just remove them.